Let's say you go into the forest, and while you're out there, you eat some red berries and you eat some green berries, and you notice that the red berries don't do anything to you but except make you feel good and fine, but the green ones make you sick. And let's say this happens a few times. You eat red ones, nothing happens. You eat green ones, you get sick. So you observe a pattern and you extract a theory from that pattern. This is called empiricism and induction, observation and then extracting the pattern. The theory would be green berries are poisonous, or green berries make me sick, and that red ones don't, or are not poisonous. Now, it seems really obvious that that's how we would form that theory, off of observing that pattern. But David Deutsche says that that is not true, and it's so crazy, he's right, and I'm going to explain it to you using this example. So let's say every time you ate red berries, the wind happened to be blowing from the left. And every time you ate green berries and you got sick, the wind happened to be blowing from the right. You observed that wind pattern. If that were true, and if it were true that we only form theories based on observation, then you would be equally likely to form the theory that left blowing wind doesn't make me sick, and right blowing wind will make me sick, because every time the wind blew from the left, nothing happened, and every time it blew from the right, I got sick. But you don't form that theory, even though it happened equally as much as your berry color theory. Okay, why did you not form a wind theory on why you got sick? And here's the reason: because you know that wind doesn't affect people that way. When did you learn that wind doesn't affect people that way? Was it in the forest? No, you had that knowledge coming into the forest. This is what David Deutsche calls background knowledge. What other background knowledge did you have? You knew coming into the forest that food can make you sick because there's certain chemicals in food that can interact with your biology and make you sick. That's crazy, right? And in the scenario, I said that you observed the wind blowing from the left and to the right. But the truth is, if that happened, you wouldn't even have noticed the wind blowing from either direction or have matched it up with when you got sick. This has to do with what David Deutsche, or might have been Karl Popper, who said, all observation is theory laden. You can't just observe raw data. You have to interpret everything. And based on the existing knowledge you had coming into the forest determines what things you pay attention to. This was also mentioned by Jordan Peterson once. He was debating Sam Harris, and the debate was, do you need facts to back your values? Sam Harris says, yes, you need facts to back your values. Jordan Peterson says, yes, you need facts to back your values, but you need values in order to know which facts to pay attention to. Because when you're in the forest, you are presented with an infinite number of facts. So you can't pay attention to all of them. It's not possible. So your brain decides what information is worthy of your attention and what isn't. And because you have all of this, quote, background knowledge, like Deutsch and Popper called it, you wouldn't even have noticed the wind. Anyway, I hope that helps you.